Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics, and in today's video we're going to be looking at case, like, and lower, and we're going to be creating a new condition column. Okay, so if you're new here, thanks for joining us. This is what we do micro videos. Well, today's video is going to be a little bit more complex and longer, but to accomplish this task we actually need to look at three separate items in SQL. So if you are finding us for the very first time, we are going through the SQL for Data Science book and the database that the author has graciously allowed us to use. So here's the web address. The link is going to be down below. I highly recommend this book and downloading the database so you can follow along. So what in the world are we doing with case, like, and lower? So we've created a new column before with some arithmetic. We created total a few videos ago where we took quantity and cost to customer per quantity, we rounded, and then we summed. We used an aggregate function. So what I'm really wanting to do here is let's take a look at the results for who was spending the most on the last item. This is actually the last SQL video we did. So we have cherry pie and apple pie. So right now we're finding out that there's at least a cherry pie and apple pie. Well, what happens if we wanted to group those together? So right now there is no way to group these together, but we can create our own column. So we're just going to look and see how many. So there are, as we can see here, we ran, let's make sure we run this. So all right, I'm running just a product name from the product table. So we have, oh, here's a great example. So we have 4 different types of peppers. What happens if we could group, if there was a way to group all of these together? So all 4 peppers, if you bought 1 or 3 or 2 of the peppers and we grouped them all together, we would then know. So right now, and we could group the pies together and the lettuce. So right now we have 23 rows of products, and we have some cherries. Looks like, okay, so we have carrots. Let's see if there's a way for us to group these in a way that we could begin to see what type of products you're spending your money on. So all the pies you buy, all the peppers you buy. So how in the world can we do this task? And there is a fantastic way that SQL allows us to do this, and it is using the keyword case. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So if we look at our new column that we made with total, it was just some math. But like I alluded with creating a new condition column, so if a certain condition is met, then SQL is going to do something. So all right, let's begin to understand how this works. And the way that SQL works is, so a case, a scenario. So keyword case, and then another keyword. I left this out, but these work in tandem. So when you use case, you need when. Case when, and then I need a comma. So case when, let's just use our pie scenario, because we know that Dawn, she at least bought some cherry pie. Actually, no, we won't slow anybody down. So we need to figure out and group these for all pie. And this is then where the lower comes in. So we want to lower product name. And you might say, why are we lowering product name? Because we're going to be using our next keyword, like. And this is how you use like. So when, you know how we've done in scenarios where we've used where, and when we've had certain scenarios and we use the equal sign. Well, now this is going to be similar to like our regular expression. So we're going to look for a portion, and this is the way that SQL works. So I could do like pi, but it would only look for this scenario. Now, when I add the percent sign, it's any character before pi. Now, then if I add a percent after, so if this was a leading, pi and everything after. But if I put a percent sign before and a percent sign after, as long as pi is in product name anywhere, it's going to grab it. Now, as you can see here, we have our pi in lowercase, all lowercase p, lowercase I, lowercase e. And that's what we're doing here by lowering. Because if we see right here, pi is capitalized with a p. But we don't want to deal with that. And what happens if somebody entered a new pi and they changed the character? So this is why this is the best practice. So now the cadence for this is basically when this happens, then this. And we're going to call it pies. Now, then if you wanted another scenario, if it didn't meet this, then you do an else. But we'll worry about that later. So now, this is all we're doing for right now. We're just doing a test. So then we're going to end this. And then what do we want to call this? We're going to call this groups. So now I'm going to run this again. And let's look at our results. Perfect. So now I have pies for my cherry and apple. Okay, so now you can see that I have created with this simple, so I've created a new condition column named groups. So I'm not going to bore you. We're just going to copy and paste all of these. So now what I've done is I've gone ahead and just pasted all of our other conditions. So you saw before that there were 4 peppers. So if it has pepper, we dropped the S. We're going to group those together, peppers. Then potato, tomato, carrot, bread, corn. And I will put this down in the Discord server for SQL. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you jumping over to the Discord server. That link is also down below. And then go to the Python SQL right here, and I will have the code of all of this pasted below. But I want to show you the layout. So case when, that's this scenario. And then what is your next scenario? Then when, no commas, no anything until, and then we can get more sophisticated. You can do ands and ors and any combination thereof. You'll be absolutely astonished by how much you can do with this. So, and as you can see right here, if it is not explicitly met, then else other. So let's run this and look and see what happens. And you'll see which ones got grouped with other. So we have bread, carrots, corn, eggs, lettuce, meat, other. We have a bouquet. We have some market reusable shopping bags. And we have candle wax, beeswax for candles, and maple syrup. So if it's not explicitly stated in here, if it doesn't meet this scenario, this is our example of else. Drops in here and it gets put into the other category. And as you can see, there are 0 nulls. So I have captured every scenario. So there. Now, a little foreshadowing. Next video, I'm going to teach you how to then group these. We had 23 rows. Let me see that, 23. Now next video, I'm going to show you how to count how many different groups there are. So there we go, guys. Please make sure you're jumping over to that Discord, dropping any comments, questions, video requests, because if you have that question, someone else has that question. I need your help in asking that question, okay? Because you're going to help so many other people. So please, if you have a question, please just step up and ask that question. You're going to be helping numerous others, and you're going to be filling any gaps that I've caused in these instructions. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, that like button, the notification bell. I don't want you missing out on any of these videos. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't, check out this video right here or this one right down here. And most important, make sure you're hitting this subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.